truth. What is truth? What is true? Truth, like love and many other things, is in the eye of the beholder. What you believe, you perceive, you experience, and you interpret to be true is your truth. And your truth is not true for the next person or the next person. And your truth when you are 10 may not be your truth when you are 20. We don't know what's true. No one individual knows enough to know the truth. I don't think we'd want to know the truth because it would limit faith and possibility. But nothing is written in stone. Literally nothing. Except the things that are written in stone. I actually have a stone in my house that says nothing is written in stone, carved into the stone. And even that you can etch off. And then nothing is written in stone. Even nothing is written in stone is no longer written in stone. Check out any headstone at a cemetery. Those that are older, time has weathered away even the documented traces of that history. Where do we go? Where did we come from? What are we doing here? Am I good? Am I bad? How do I live? The big questions. It's all true and none of it's true. We don't have enough knowledge on our own to ever presume or assume negatively, take offense, defense, or attack another's perspective. Because in the end, we don't know, do we? That's also why it's important to continuously try to learn and take on board new information and be cognizant and conscious about the kind of information you're taking on board, because your truth dictates how you live. Whatever you believe to be true is true for you, and it is going to determine how you conduct everything in your life. And what we are exposed to, what we learn, what we take on board, and choose to associate ourselves with and to, those become our truths. And our truths are the way that we live. So your truth is your truth. Your truth determines everything. Truth is that there is no truth. There's the ultimate truth. And for me personally, that is a belief in the Lord and faith and the interconnectedness of everything. Souls, spirituality. And we're here temporarily in a human skin vessel like an avatar in a video game, to not go anywhere, do anything, be anyone. That's all up to us. That we are always in growth. We're always in growth. We'll never be perfect. We'll never get it all figured out, even our own individual truth. It's not to be good or bad even, because do the best you can until you know better, and then when you know better, do better. They say that ignorance is bliss. And it's true, in a way. When you don't know you're doing wrong, truly don't know you're doing wrong, truly don't know you have options, there's a freedom in that. And there's a sense of duty when you realize your ultimate responsibility, the very brevity of life, your own mortality, and that you are the conduit for everything, and the equality of all people, all things, all life. When you start realizing yourself and others waking up to the profoundness of it all, and your own capacities, your own incapacities. We're not here to do anything but become. And everyone has good and bad. None of us are without our vices, are without our negatives, are without our off balances, are without our persuasions toward what may not be good for us. It's said that you have two beasts living inside of you at all times, two wolves, whichever one you feed grows stronger. And there's the concept that black or white must win. We get in these little games of condemning ourselves for having not being perfect all the time. Once we realize and we catch ourselves doing something that we have determined to be wrong based on our own truth, we beat ourselves up. We put all this pressure on ourselves. And the truth of it is, there's a reason, there's a growing experience in that. And you just need to be lighter about life. When a kid suddenly realizes that something is wrong, decides that something is wrong, do we beat the crap out of them or call them names or for doing it? No. The totality of the thing is love, even to yourself. You can't wear the weight of the world on your shoulders. We can't even wear the weight of our own world on our shoulders. There's too much to balance. That's why I rely on my faith. To trust that He will help figure it out for me. Because many a times, retrospectively, I have realized that my priorities were misaligned, my perspectives were off. What I thought was true and good for me at the time was not. I kind of had a point, but I really need sleep. Essentially, examine what your truth is. Examine what truth is. Truth. What even is truth? Construct your own truth by choosing what you follow, what you do, what you expose yourself to, who you expose yourself to, how you treat people. Realize we are all a mixed bag of good and bad. You can't run away from yourself. You will never create a perfect. We're supposed to be works in progress. Have empathy for everyone else, because everyone else is in the exact same situation. They have their truths and they live by them. And they make it stuck in a truth perspective and not be able to even see past it and just like go around and around and around like a mouse on a hamster wheel. And it's kind of like every person on this planet, whoever is, will be, was, it's like the lens on a fly eye. There's a million of them. I know that's an exaggeration, but it works. It's just an analogy. And each little lens comes together to form an aspect of what is the truth, what is written in stone. They're all pieces, valid, valuable, and accurate pieces of the truth. And as that fly goes around the world, time passes, things change, and each of those little lenses gets a different purview. And its view changes within its own lens. It's all still the same fly. I don't know if that was too far out for you guys to follow or not, but basically it's blown my mind to realize how little we all know, how little we need to know, how much we need to know, how similar we all are. The power of empathy and compassion, and how truth is perspective and perception. How important learning is, how valid everyone else's point of view is, how, for me, important faith is, to hold it all together and still make it make sense. If everything and nothing makes sense, then what makes sense? Well, God. Because we're all lenses on the fly eye. The fly's flying around the planet and getting different perspectives. He made the fly, all of life as a unit. So he knows what's up. We don't. We just try and figure it out. And we're not here to be good. We're here to be loving and a better us than we used to be, however we define that to be. We're here to make the world a better place than it was when we arrived. But that's just my truth. Your truth may be something entirely different. And that's what's crazy. There's so much flexibility. If you overthink it, you'll make yourself an anxiety nut. That's why you have to have trust and faith in something. And again, for me, it's a higher power. I just trust that if I try to do what I believe to be right at any given time, He'll help guide me like the bumpers in bowling, protect you from the gutters. And if I still willfully work my way into a gutter, well, He'll still be there. It's like a loving parent. Love you guys. Carefully examine what you believe to be true. The truth is not the truth. And what you put around you, what you do every day, what you absorb, will become your truth. And what you believe to be true becomes your life. And be open to the fact that your truth is only yours. Your truth is ever evolving. To attach to nothing too securely. Love you guys. Bye, YouTube.